So to be clear, we actually mean the wrestler, the Heartbreak Kid, because Tom Brady has broken hearts time and time and time again during his career. Sunday, I think he just pulled a page from Britney Spears. She's Lisa, I'm Nicole.
Oh, yeah, speaking of throwback, by the way, our guys did it again, too. Boomer and Tom Jackson back together in a special NFL primetime last night. It was absolutely awesome. The boys bringing it strong for us this morning as well. Championship Sunday, wrapping it up as only they can do.
Exactly right. It's next man up principle. Amendola had played it perfectly yesterday, and Lewis did a great.
So a backstory to Amendola. Adam Schefter is going to join us in a little bit to tell you that backstory. It's fascinating. It's something you're going to want to hear. Something that did not go unnoticed by the Jags in this game is the fact that the Patriots were penalized just one time, 10 yards, the fewest by a team in a postseason game since the Patriots in 2011. By comparison, the Jags, 6 penalties for 98 yards. So if you're wondering what AJ Boye is talking about there, that's something that did not happen on the broadcast, so we didn't get a chance to see it. When you look at how that game was officiated, what do you think?
You know, the play to Gronk is obviously one that can't be disputed. It's helmet hit. I mean, that's fine. The first pass interference penalty that AJ is talking about, where he is dealing with Brandon Cooks down the sideline. Look, at about 10 to 12 yards, you see when AJ turns to try and defend.
If that happens, but at the end of the day, you got to play through the distractions. They're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're playing the world champions. You're playing all these things. It's just the life that we live.
All right, guys, don't go too far. I want to get your thoughts on the Eagles and how they took advantage of that Vikings defense coming up in just a little bit. Lisa? Hello, Adam Schefter.
Hello, Nicole. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. There's so many things at play now because for the majority of the NFL, the season is over. Vikings season is over. So what does that do for their offensive coordinator, Pat Shurmur?
Well, it frees up Pat Shurmur to go get a deal done with the New York Giants, which everybody expects at this point in time. They expect him to be the new head coach this week, maybe even tomorrow.
That's the Giants side. The other team in New York has some stuff going on, too. What's up with the Jets?
New York Jets obviously made a move to the offensive coordinator position last week. Changed out Johnny Morton. They are on the verge of hiring their quarterbacks coach, Jeremy Bates, as their new to be elevated right now.
Those numbers were terrible, but I think we can all agree that the Jets maybe outperformed what they were expected to last season. There are a lot of people who thought they would go over.
They were a pretty good team.
And they won games.
They were tough out.
So then there you go. The Patriots season, while not officially over, obviously, we do have an end in sight for them. It will end sometime on the evening of February 4th after that Super Bowl. But they're very much in-demand assistant coaches. How much does that Super Bowl berth impact the likes of Patricia and McDaniels?
Not very much. Look, I think everybody knows Matt Patricia in line to get the Detroit Lions jobs in one off season, the way that the Patriots could this offseason. And then, to top it off, the Patriots special teams coach, Joe Judge, and they have one of the best special teams units in the
Back to McDaniels, though, for a second, saying that there are some issues that still need to work out there with Indianapolis. Level of confidence that it will get done. Where are you?
Likely
than not. I feel like
more
we've
likely
gone
than
back
not.
to
That's fair.
Deflate gate there.
But listen, Josh McDaniels has talked to a lot of teams before, and
used this earlier, so I do want to talk about Danny Amendola for a second, because obviously he had a huge game yesterday for the Patriots. Those 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Had a solid game against the Titans as well. There's a backstory there. Besides the line and the numbers, what am I missing?
Well, what you're missing is the fact that work with the team, get his contract under the cap. He was invaluable yesterday. They don't win the game without him, and he, as much as anybody, is the reason that they are going on to the Super Bowl in Minneapolis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicole.
You can see more Adam on Coast to Coast coming up top of the hour over on ESPN, including this. What are the Giants, Lisa, going to do with Eli Manning? Oh, tease. So, as soon as the Patriots-Jaguars game ended last night, a good friend of mine posted a picture on Facebook, the Twitter, I think Instagram. I think the dude had, social media and, a bit of a headlock. The picture, fairly innocent, even kind of sweet. It's Mike and his 2 sons. The caption was the part that was a little bit obnoxious. We're on to the Super Bowl again. When I told him that's why people hate him and the rest of the nation, he replied, haters gonna hate. The problem was I didn't even have a good comeback, because if I'm being honest, I don't actually hate. I'm more jealous and slightly awestruck. Full disclosure here, I cannot take credit for this woven web, but our producer, Shok, is a bit of a black widow. So number 12 got 12 stitches. 12 plus 12 is 24. 24 years ago yesterday, Robert Kraft purchased the Patriots for what could easily be considered like a fire sale price.
paid $172 million back in 1994. The Patriots franchise now valued by Forbes at $3.7 billion.
It's ridiculous.
Flip or flop success story right
Nashville
there.
or the original? Are we going with Tarek and Christina or Nashville?
Or slip in Vegas, wherever you put it, the platform, it does well. And we're talking about success in a city that failed to support 3 NFL franchises before the Boston Patriots were born in 1960. Michelle Beisner-Buck tells a story of how a local area kid who grew up rooting for the Patriots became their most important fan. For comment, he is expected to consider retirement.
He is 80, and if he does consider retirement, have fun with that.
The Titans are also scheduled to introduce Coach Mike Vrabel at 1 o'clock Eastern time today. Some more information coming out of the Titans there as well.
So coming up next, it is a My Wish special on ESPN News. But remember, Coast to Coast is over on ESPN.
Hello, I'm Nicole. She's Lisa. Clearly, I am not well, but I'm not going to bail on you because I am giving you my word.
Yours is legit. And oh, by the way, words, a lot of those thrown around yesterday in Cleveland. Hashtag blame Kevin trending because apparently all the problems with the Cavs can be traced back to Love, who stands accused of bailing on his boy.
Ways that we can classify what's going on in that Cavs locker room. Woj is here. What is going on?
I mean, there's a culture right now of finger pointing in Cleveland. Kevin Love.
Line is the Cavs have issues. They've won just 3 games this year, as in 2018, and you've heard this time and time again. Defensive efficiency, saying all along, well, it's January. This is what the Cavs do. It's like an annual rite of passage for them. They kind of go into a slump, but you know, LeBron and company, they always get things straightened out and they go to the finals. That's just what they do. Why is this time potentially different?
Well, because they don't have Kyrie Irving. And
to make a change. The trade deadline is still coming up. It's February the 8th. What are you hearing about what they are doing to improve that roster?
Cleveland's GM Kobe Altman has
make it all better for the Cavs. A trip to San Antonio tonight. Woj, thanks. We'll see you in a bit.
Mexico.
Giannis wanted to save him, and Jason Kidd says he saw it coming. Doesn't mean he likes it or the way it was handled, but Kidd is no longer the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. He was tipped off by a star player who was also offering to try and save Kidd's job. The Bucks say they want more, and right now that team is hovering around 500, and he's the 7th seed in the East. Before their game last night, Lisa, they'd actually lost 4 of their last 5. So a special thank you to Natus Films for providing the footage of Chris in Tanzania. Chris, by the way, is planning to travel back in February to continue his mission of bringing clean water to remote areas of that country. He just has to finish his playing season first. I feel like it's another day, another story from that team in Cleveland.
Always. It's always something.
Jay Williams here. You've spent so much time in locker rooms in the NBA and in college. When you hear stories like that coming out of Cleveland, what do you think?
Well, it automatically makes me think maybe that's the reason why Kyrie Irving left in the first place. A lot of finger.
What you're doing, because you're just like transitioning me there.
Segue.
The Cavs have issues because, you know, they've won just 3 games. It's an interesting conversation because we keep coming back to the defense for this Cavs team. They gave up 148 points to the Thunder on Saturday night. 148 to an offensive unit that's just now clicking. What stood out to you in that one?
Well, it's exactly what Ty Lue said. It comes down to, first off, effort, right? And that comes to having legs that are youthful legs, and P&Rs, pick and roll. And when we break down the tape here, these are simple things. One high school teams to work on that the Cavs are struggling.
The thing is, you can't make them younger. I mean, you can with trades, but what they've got right here, they can't make them younger. So how do you coach effort?
Well, I think Ty Lue has to find different ways.
Is Lue the right guy for that?
It's not seeming so at the given time. It's not seeming like it.
Cavs will look to right the ship in San Antonio. You'd like to see LeBron play for, wouldn't you?
I would. They're going to beat San Antonio, though. Their personnel isn't right for the game.
All right. Jay will be back in 10 minutes to talk some college hoops. You got to help me on some highlights, too, because this voice is not good.
It's good, Rascal.
73. Check this out.
So, yeah, those were the top plays. And
Tiger Woods putting in some work.
Farmers
getting
Insurance
ready.
Open.
Man's coming back.
$3.
Coast to coast over on ESPN. See you guys later.